This is one of the newest entries into the Class C market. It's the 2019 Wonder RTB. RTB stands for Rear Twin Bed. It's by Leisure Travel Vans, and one of its biggest draws is the fact that it's built on the Ford Transit cutaway chassis. And as a diesel, it isn't as finicky as the Mercedes Sprinter in terms of using biodiesel blends greater than B5. One of the other big advantages of the Wonder RTB, at least according to the marketing, is the enormous amount of exterior storage it has. 67 cubic feet, which includes a large rear pass-through storage compartment large enough to hold a couple bikes. And we're going to come back to that in a minute. And finally, this coach features a private and permanent rear bedroom and a separate lounge up front. So all around, these are all really strong selling points for the Wonder RTB, and they help it to carve itself a niche in a very crowded segment with lots of competition. And one of those competing coaches is the Plateau XLTD by Pleasureway. The TD stands for twin dinette, and like the Wonder RTB, it too has a set of rear twin beds, but that's where the similarities end. The big draw of the XLTD, and something that differentiates it from every other Class C coach, is its length. Just 22 feet 9 inches, 2 whole feet shorter than the Wonder RTB. That makes the XLTD easier to drive and park, but it also means this coach has less exterior storage, 26 cubic feet, compared to the Wonder RTB's 67 cubic feet. Now, I want to talk about exterior storage for just a moment. Manufacturers like to tout vanity metrics like cubic feet of exterior storage, and exterior storage is important, but oftentimes, well, almost always, the occupant and cargo carrying capacity of the coach is never mentioned. You can have lots of storage, but if you don't have the cargo carrying capacity, then it kind of doesn't matter. In this case, the occupant and cargo carrying capacity, or OCCC, of the Wonder RTB is 1,275 pounds. That's the total weight of passengers and cargo that the Wonder RTB can safely carry. The XLTD's cargo carrying capacity is nearly identical at 1,243 pounds, even though it's a shorter rig. So, yes, you get more exterior storage on the Wonder RTB, but essentially no extra cargo carrying capacity. Once you subtract out your own weight and the weight of your passengers and then the weight of a full tank of water, plus all your essential cargo, that's stuff that you actually need to carry every day, like pots and pans and plates and clothes and things like that, both these coaches are going to be at their OCCC limit, so extra exterior storage is kind of moot. Just keep this in mind as you shop. Always look at the OCCC rating. It's a required yellow sticker on the passenger side door. And again, this isn't to say that having big exterior storage compartments isn't nice, but you're limited in all cases by your OCCC rating. Layout-wise, these two coaches are similar, but the Wonder RTB uses its extra 2 feet of length to squeeze in a lounge up front. They both have a set of rear twin beds, and midsection is your galley and 3-piece dry bath. Let's talk about the front seating areas. Now, as I mentioned, that extra 2 feet of length on the Wonder RTB is what makes this front lounge possible. 3 people can sit around an expandable table, only 3 because the driver's seat doesn't swivel. On the XLTD, your main lounge is in the back, and we'll see that in a moment, but they still utilize the cab to create 2 computer workstations, complete with AC outlets and USB ports. So while the Wonder RTB does allow for 1 extra seat, 3 is the maximum that you can accommodate in its lounge. On the XLTD, if you have guests, you can set up a table in the back and have seating for up to 4 or 5 if you use a supplied cushion for between the seats. You can move the front table to the bedroom in the Wonder RTB, but it's not designed to be a lounge since there are no seat backs or armrests for the bed. So you have to decide, is seating for 5 important, or do you want a dedicated front lounge for 3? The galleys on these two coaches are frankly pretty small. They both have your standard 2-burner propane stove, both have pretty deep sinks, and both have high neck faucets. The Wonder RTB has a lot more counter prep space with this large extension that flips down from the wall. It's very practical, but definitely sticks out. The XLTD has no counter extension. The Wonder also has a larger 6.7 cubic foot 3-way refrigerator with a separate freezer. The XLTD has a 5 cubic foot three-way refrigerator without a separate freezer. Both have convection microwaves. The Wonder RTB has a pull-out pantry and maybe a bit more galley storage, but for you taller folks, the XLTD has 6 feet 8 inches of interior standing height in the kitchen and entryway compared to the Wonder's 6 feet 5 inches. Okay, let's touch on the electrical systems. Like all Pleasureways, the XLTD comes standard with 200 amp hours of lithium batteries, a 2000 watt inverter, a 2.5 kilowatt LP generator, and multiplex wiring with 2 color touchscreens. Up to 475 watts of solar is available for $3,300. On the Wonder RTB, you get 2 6-volt lead-acid batteries, a 1000 watt inverter, and multiplex wiring with a color touchscreen control panel. However, there is no lithium upgrade path, and the generator, up to 3.6 kilowatts, is optional, as is up to 400 watts of solar. So, leisure travel vans needs to up their electrical system so that you don't have to start your generator to run your microwave. Both these coaches feature a twin bed setup in the back, but they're pretty different. On the Wonder RTB, each bed measures 32 by 76 inches, or an extension can be flipped out from the middle area to create one large 64 by 76 inch bed. On the XLTD, each twin bed measures 29 by 74 inches, or you can fill in the center and have a larger 86 by 74 inch bed, the largest in its class and 20 inches wider than on the Wonder RTB. Both coaches have big windows on the passenger and driver's side, but I like the addition of the rear window on the XLTD. Both coaches also have abundant storage above. The Wonder RTB has storage underneath both the passenger and driver's side beds, and that storage is significantly deeper, while on the XLTD you have storage under the driver's side but not the passenger side. So you have to decide, is a private bedroom with more underbed storage important to you, or is a larger bed with more upper cabinet storage important to you? Heading into the bathrooms, both are 3-piece dry baths, meaning that the shower is separate from the toilet area. On both coaches, the shower has a skylight for additional headroom and light, but the shower stall on the XLTD is higher end with floor-to-ceiling Corian and curved glass shower doors. The shower door on the Wonder RTB is a retractable polyester type. Both bathrooms feature a window. On the XLTD, the window opens, and as far as tank sizes, the Wonder RTB has larger tanks, a 30-gallon freshwater tank, 28 gallons gray water, and 28 gallons of black water. The XLTD has 28 gallons of fresh, 20.4 gallons of gray water, and 17.4 gallons of black water. So the Wonder RTB is going to allow you to dry camp for longer with those larger holding tanks, but the XLTD is going to give you a much more luxurious shower. Okay, let's wrap it up by talking about pricing and warranties. The Wonder can be found with dealer pricing between $120,000 to $130,000. The XLTD can be found with dealer pricing between $140,000 and $150,000. That $20,000 price difference in favor of the Wonder is largely thanks to that Ford Transit chassis, but also keep in mind that the XLTD comes with some standard features like an onboard generator and a keyless entry system, both of which are options on the Wonder. And it has some standard features like lithium batteries and a larger inverter, which aren't available on the Wonder. As far as warranties, the Wonder RTB comes with a 2-year coach warranty. The XLTD comes with a 5-year coach warranty. The longer warranty on the XLTD reflects its higher build quality, and it's noticeable when you walk into it. The fit and finish is higher and everything has a more solid feel. The Wonder is not poor quality. It's just that its quality is below that found on the XLTD. You'll need to go into each one and judge for yourself. So, if you're looking for a more economical rear twin bed coach with a private bedroom and lots of exterior storage, then the Wonder RTB is a coach you should consider. If on the other hand you want a higher quality rear twin bed setup with a larger bed, a short 22-foot length, and a 5-year warranty, and you don't mind paying $20,000 more, then the Plateau XLTD by Pleasureway should be on your short list. Okay, that wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.